Two peas in a bong.
bong.
Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong.
bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas.
Two peas in a bong.
bong.
Welcome to another episode of Two Peas in a Bong. It is your host, KP.
And minus DP, it's your boy Bong. Good evening.
How you doing, Bong?
Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said there'd be days like this, man. Man.
Week 8, NFL recap. Quite a few games this Sunday.
Absolutely.
And, quite a few lopsided games this Sunday. Woo-wee. Let's see.
Man.
In the chat's giving us a hard time. Engineer, guys push the start time 5 minutes. Y'all ain't slick. Gotcha. Okay. I understand we did push it back. Scotty boy, and they still late. Man, I apologize, y'all. You know, we as Bong always says, we're building it as we fly it.
Building the plane as we fly, bro.
Yeah, we're building it as we fly it, y'all.
Absolutely.
So
my bad.
Man, let's get into the Sunday night game, man.
L Bracket Production, what's good with you, bro? By the way.
You had the Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, playing his old team, the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, mentor, mentee. I wish the game was at Lambeau. I really wish the game would have been at Lambeau. I think it would have set the vibe a little bit more, but it was at Pittsburgh. But what were your takeaways from that game?
Man. Pittsburgh, you can't win off of hate alone, right? I think Aaron Rodgers came in there motivated, fueled by hate, but at the end of the day, age caught up to him. You dig?
In which he played a pretty solid game. It was some passes he missed, but it was pretty solid. 24 for 36, 219 yards. He didn't turn the ball over. Was sacked 3 times. It was one time they thought he fumbled, but he so cleverly threw the ball at the back of the foot of the running back.
That was a savvy veteran move right there.
It was.
So definitely shout out to Aaron Rodgers. But again, like the savvy vet moves, like all the little slick stuff, it was cool, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Like we need more than that. Like that's the stuff that kind of gets you over the hump. Like when you couple that with, 300 yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns, and then the savvy vet moves, that gets you over the hump.
Yeah. And I agree with you. And Brandon Hallam said Metcalf is dumb. Yeah, that was a bonehead play, man. You go from a 3rd and 2, manageable 2 yards, to a 3rd and 17 because you're in your feelings and you get an unsportsmanlike conduct. So that was very, very silly. And yeah, they lose the drive because of that. Looking at the other side though with Jordan Love, man, Jordan Love played his behind off. And I know that each quarterback was motivated because, one, Aaron Rodgers was trying to hold on to being the quarterback in Green Bay. I guess that's the Green Bay way. When you're old and when you're older and they're trying to move you out, you're like, look, I still got something left in the tank. And you got the young guy coming in behind you. It's the same thing that Brett Favre did with Aaron Rodgers. Now Aaron Rodgers turned around doing the same thing with Jordan Love. So I know there was motivation on both sides for them to want to get the victory. Jordan Love not only got the victory, but he tied the Packers record for most consecutive completions in a game, which was 20 in a row. And ironically, when he threw his completed pass after tying the record, the person that had the record was not Aaron Rodgers. It was actually Aaron Rodgers' mentor, Brett Favre. So there was a little irony in that.
Also known as a scammer, right? So, yeah, man, it was. I think it meant a lot for Green Bay as well. They wanted to beat Aaron Rodgers just as much as Aaron Rodgers wanted to beat them.
Yeah, we've moved past you.
Yeah,
this is why we moved past you.
Absolutely. So and it's so interesting how it comes on the heels of the reports that Pittsburgh is hoping to have Aaron Rodgers back next year, and it's just like, man, but the games like tonight are why y'all should not be asking Aaron Rodgers to come do it again.
Well, listen, man, that conference, that is the geriatric conference of quarterbacks
at the moment.
You've got Joe Flacco, who was like, he broke out the convalescent home of Cleveland and went to another nursing home in Cincinnati. So
yeah,
they deal with older quarterbacks in that AFC conference
at the moment. But again, Aaron Rodgers never been above stat padding, right? So he adds the late touchdown, which means nothing.
Helped me in my fantasy league. Oh my gosh.
It helped me as well, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, like, if we peel back the onion and take away that stat padded touchdown, he probably had 150 yards passing.
Yeah.
And a touchdown, right?
Yes.
And it looked like that Green Bay defense was just way too fast. But those defenses, a Green Bay that has a really good pass rush, are going to look really fast when you have quarterbacks that stand still, like Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Jared Goff. Like, all these guys that are statues back there that can barely move. You could add Andy Dalton, who
oh my gosh,
duty today, and he was horrible.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious,
Little Red Riding Hood.
Man. So when you add all that in, it's like, okay, we see how a good pass rush can make a standing quarterback that's not mobile, really look bad. And Aaron Rodgers, you talk about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, Aaron Rodgers is mobile enough. He's getting out a lot of those things.
Yeah.
It would have been a 300-yard, 3-touchdown game, with a bunch of spectacular plays. But again, the mind is willing, but the body isn't able. The mind is willing, but the body isn't able. What? Yeah. So, let me see. Let me get my little superstar up here with me, man.
Oh, man, no problem, man.
Say what's up, boy.
What's going on, man? Making an appearance.
Yeah, man. So, the mind is willing, but the body definitely isn't able, man. So it's like, Pittsburgh, do you really want to sign up for do you really want to sign up for another year of this? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not smart football, but then again, Mike Tomlin has an affinity for the
Older.
seasoned, like, hey man, listen, man, I'm in the workforce. We don't call them old. They're seasoned for the season, for the season player, man.
But I mean, I'll ask you though, in a year like this and going into next year, how many quarterbacks out there are better than Aaron Rodgers
In what?
that can help a team? Like right now, teams in the NFL, how many quarterbacks are there that can help Pittsburgh get over the hump or get past where Aaron Rodgers is taking them so far?
You mean how many quarterbacks would be available to Pittsburgh?
I'm saying how many would be better? Who
Oh man, at least 14 or 15.
that are available?
No, that's what I asked. I asked if you're talking about availability.
Like that they could actually get. I mean,
availability, they should have ripped it out at the studs this season and when it got a young quarterback instead of tying.
But you already said Mike Tomlin wants the seasoned quarterback. So
Right.
now going back to what you're saying, as far as a seasoned quarterback, what seasoned quarterback will be available that can help the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'd rather have Kirk Cousins.
Did you see Kirk Cousins today?
Kirk Cousins came fresh off the couch. He didn't know he was going to play until Thursday.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. Kirk was looking.
They're doing Kirk Cousins a disservice by not. There's so many teams out there that could use Kirk Cousins' services, and I'm pretty sure when they call Atlanta says we're not in business. Like, we're not open for business. They're doing him a disservice. So now he's been sitting for 7 weeks. He probably didn't participate like that in the training camps, in the preseason, obviously. Now you ask him to just come off the couch and he's basically coming off the couch. And you're paying him good money to come off the couch.
It looked like he came out the dark and the lights was, I can't see. It was just.
Hey, Brandon Hallam, you said that Metcalf is dumb. Isn't that funny? Isn't it ironic that the reason Pittsburgh got rid of George Pickens was because they said that he was, like he was unhinged and he was mentally fragile, and if the game started getting away from him, like then he would start to kind of like, act like he did tonight, right? Like Metcalf did tonight.
Metcalf, yeah.
But again, we're talking about Metcalf was literally just a older version, older version of George Pickens at the time. And George Pickens up until this point this year has been pretty chill, right? He's been pretty cool. He's not tripping. You don't see any sideline outbursts or anything like that. He's been cool for the most part. But Metcalf, yeah, it was starting to spiral out of control. I think there were a few little skirmishes and whatnot.
There was quite a few, yeah.
And Pittsburgh was on the short end of all of them, as far as like when it came to the calls with the refs, right? They got two 15-yard
at home,
at the crib, right? Yeah. So, and it sucks because instead of like Pittsburgh's on what a 2-game skid.
Yes.
And who's coming?
Who's coming?
Baltimore.
With Lamar Jackson.
Apparently today. Apparently today was Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, Snoop.
Tyler Snoop Huntley, huh? Delivers in Baltimore.
Snoop, man.
So, I mean, he played a hell of a game.
He did.
He played a hell of a game. I mean, it's unfortunate, man, but what I remember most about Snoop Huntley was last year when he played for Miami. He was a backup quarterback, and They didn't have any weapons, and he's from Miami, and he just looked god awful. And that's the memory that I have of Snoop Huntley, where it was like, oh my gosh, his dad was in the stands, hype, because he's a Miami native, and it was god awful. But
Yeah.
today, man, he changed it up today. He looked a lot better today. Looked like a real
So,
quarterback, man.
so the Baltimore Ravens decided to scrap the Cooper Rush experience.
As they should have.
Okay. Cooper Rush should have never been the experience, right? I'm a big proponent of, if you have a franchise quarterback, the backup quarterback should have some similarities so that in the event the franchise quarterback goes down, you don't have to re-engineer the entire offense.
We can still run the same plays.
We'll just condense the playbook a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of giving you 100% of what he got, we'll maybe give you the best 40%, so that, you know what I'm saying, the easiest, not even the best, the easiest 40% in the playbook, so that you can digest it, right? Simple calls, but the plays are the same. So if you run them with the second team or you run them with the scout team, all you're doing is just upgrading the talent.
This is the reverse of Any Given Sunday, where you've got Willie Beeman. So instead of Willie Beeman, you're going back to Cap Rooney. Cap Cooper Rush Rooney.
It was bound to fail from the beginning. But I think a lot about the NFL has to do with relationships, especially if you're not starting, right? Backup roles, a lot of these guys, it's about who you know, who you played for before, like who you have relationships. Like, coaches and organizations want guys in there that they can trust, right? And Cooper Rush is like a safe to somebody. He's a safe floor quarterback that can probably steady the ship. Dallas made him look like he was good enough to steady the ship if you just had a decent enough defense. Problem is, hey, Copper Rush, right? Like that, not the gold rush, it's the Copper Rush. It's the Copper Rush. Oh, headed out west for the copper.
Thought it copper. It's the pyrite. It's the
Right.
fool's gold.
The Copper Rush, the fool's gold, man. But Baltimore thought that he was good enough to just run a competent offense. They feel like they have weapons on the outside. They have tight end play. They have a good running back and a decent O-line. Cooper Rush couldn't get it done. But Snoop today in spot duty definitely came through.
And it wasn't like he threw for a lot. Like, I mean, he was 17 for 22, 186 yards, 1 touchdown.
Timely plays.
Yeah.
Timely plays. Got out, got on his bicycle a few times and got out of there,
Yeah.
Just doing the little things. I was pissed off because I put a little parlay in today.
Oh, who messed it up?
I thought that Snoop Huntley was going to mess it up because I was looking, I was like, damn, Mark Andrews prop was like 22.5 yards. And I was like, damn, with Lamar back? Oh yeah, that's money. So I seen that last night, not knowing that the Ravens had no intentions of playing Lamar Jackson today. So, but Mark Andrews actually hit. It was he
had 34 yards, 3 catches, 34 yards.
It was the afternoon games that did me in. Man, I had what I thought after the morning games. I had what I thought was a surefire 6-pick parlay. Right, I put a quarter on it. I put 25 on it.
Oh wow, dang!
Put a quarter on it.
Yeah, you was trying to get paid.
And,
yeah, you was trying to get paid, brother.
The payout was $1,800, right?
Yeah.
So, morning game I had 3 plays, and then in the afternoon game I had 3 plays. So for the morning game I needed your boy, what's his name, Andrews,
Andrews,
to get me on a to hit me on for 22 and a half yards. He got 34. I
Mhm.
needed Jalen Waddle to get me 61 and a half yards. He got
He
99.
got busy.
And I needed George Kittle to get me a touchdown on National Tight
He
Ends
got
Day,
one.
which he
Yeah,
did.
he got one. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bet we in business. I had the afternoon games. Tyler Warren, who's another top notch tight end in a high flying offense or a high powered offense.
Indianapolis.
High flying.
Yeah.
I needed a touchdown from Tyler Warren on Tight Ends Day.
Mm-hmm.
Go with that theme. I needed a touchdown from Jake Ferguson on Tight Ends Day.
Oh no, not
Jake
Jake.
gave
Oh, no.
gave me zeros across the board, right? And even though Indy put up 38 points, Tyler Warren wasn't one of those touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I needed Javonte Williams to get 16 carries. He got 13.
Oh,
And the Cowboys kind of let the game get away from him.
yeah.
But there was suspect play calling there, but that's neither here nor there. But Snoop Huntley did come through for me in the beginning and give me some hopium, as they call it. But that was a good win for Baltimore, especially when Cincinnati lost, Pittsburgh lost, and then we all know about Cleveland. They're losers. So it was definitely, and for all the believers, all the people that believe that Baltimore is on the come. Hey man, there's hope. Hope is alive. They're 2-5 right now.
It's
But
not over.
Pittsburgh refuses to run away with the conference.
Yeah.
On the other side of the ball, Caleb Williams.
I'm trying to understand why is Caleb Williams getting so much love? Like, because I know he's from the DC area, right? And so last year he played in DC against the Washington Generals, whatever, Commanders, football team, Redskins, whatever you want to call them. He played against them last year in DC, right, at their stadium. He played again. He played them again this year in Washington once again, and then afterwards, 2 weeks later, you turn around and you play in Baltimore against the Ravens. So I'm wondering what the heck is going. How is Caleb Williams getting these homecoming games?
Yeah, man. He didn't look good.
No, he didn't.
I think he's definitely fool's gold. He's fool's gold. Caleb Williams, they sold us a false bill of goods. Absolutely. Y'all ever seen this is a scam or a hustle they used to do back in the day, right? And one of my family members got caught up in it, and we laughed about it. We laughed about it the other day. There used to be dudes that used to be outside of strip malls, right? And or like a Pep Boy or AutoZone or whatever, just these little strip malls with like the little restaurants with the AutoZone, with the McDonald's, like all the little shit, and they would be hustling, and they're like, "Yo, I'm selling these, I'm selling iPads or iPods or whatever it was." They talk about they were selling them, and they'll give you like a smoker deal, like just really low price, whatever.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of it.
Right, absolutely. And then, you feeling good about it. They drive off. You don't check the merchandise because it's all happening so fast, and they're making it seem like it's a seedy deal. In the parking lot, I gotta go. Man, by the time my peoples looked at the thing, it was just a bunch of rocks in there. They just put some heavy stuff in there to make it seem like it was what it was, but it wasn't. And now they in the wind. You never see them again.
No,
that's Caleb Williams. Yeah. He is the Rock in the iPad box. And USC has long gone. They drove off long time ago. Like, we believe that Caleb Williams was the next big thing, right? He's not. And Ben Johnson, I would love to be a fly on the wall when Ben Johnson talks about Caleb Williams behind closed doors, because he's fucking up. Caleb Williams is fucking up Ben Johnson's legacy early.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man. Absolutely.
Messing up the legacy early.
You have. I'll say this.
Whoa.
It's apparent Williams' guy is Odunze.
Yeah.
You have more than just Odunze in your lineup.
You have more.
But he
more.
he can't take advantage of all his tools. He can't take advantage of all his tools, man. Oh yeah, El Bracket Production. He's definitely aging that man. You know, so you know, I don't understand it. You know what the fanfare was and what everybody saw in Caleb Williams and what people still see in Caleb Williams, because they'll wait for him to have a decent game and act like, you know, this is what we're trying to tell y'all about this guy. He's the real deal. When in actuality, he beats up on subpar
feeders.
Yeah, bottom feeders, man.
I'm really. I mean, I was one that was sold on Caleb Williams early, and I'm believing that he's going to turn it around. I haven't seen it in year 2.
Mhm.
I'm hoping he gets better in year 3, but he's got weapons. He's got receivers. He's got tight ends. I like DeAndre Swift as a running back, but I need to see more. I really do. And that interception that he threw today in the red zone, it was a bad throw.
Look at his wins.
Huh? You said
Look
what?
at his wins, though, okay?
Yeah.
Look at his win. Right?
Let's see. Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints, and he beat the Raiders and the Commanders by a point. So it was a close game.
Yep.
You beat the Saints by 8. So, actually, you beat them by 12. So yeah, and the Cowboys is when CeeDee Lamb got hurt, right?
Absolutely.
That's the game. Yeah, that's the game. So they were learning on the fly as well. I see what you're saying. I do. I can't even argue it. I can't. Scotty boy, I'm not even gonna highlight your comment. I'm gonna just say you are a funny guy for that.
Let me see.
An engineer. I expected you to come with that response right after. So no, I hear y'all. But man, there was another game today, man. You talked about that AFC division with Pittsburgh and how they refused to run away with the division. There was another team in that division that had a chance, thought they were going to get an easy win today. According to the owner,
something wasn't jiving.
Something's just not jiving.
Yeah.
So, it was a long week as a quarterback being playing for the Jets. It was a long week. You didn't know if you were going to play. You didn't know if you were going to be benched. You didn't know where you stood. And finally, Sunday rolls around and you get an opportunity. And it wasn't looking promising at first, but hey, man, they found a way to pull it off. Justin Fields gets the victory, and Aaron Glenn gets his first win of the year. And I guess they live to see another day.
Man, listen, I felt good for Justin Fields because when you play for a team that has bad ownership, they tried to bench you. Well, not even tried, they benched you. Right? Then, you were basically the start for today was up in the air up until they ruled out Tyrod Taylor. Until they ruled out Tyrod Taylor before the game started. He was talking about he was talking about they interviewed Fields in the post game, and he was talking about how depressed he was. I don't know. I don't want to say the word depressed, right? But he had a long week,
He was in the
and
closet crying.
yeah, absolutely.
And
On,
he-
on his R. Kelly shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he had a decent day. The offense, I'll continue to say, I don't think Justin Fields is. I don't think Justin Fields is
completely the problem. Say that, completely the problem. It's not completely on Justin.
I think the scheme and the offensive play calling has a lot to do with it. So remember, I just said a few minutes ago, Cooper Rush probably didn't fit into the scheme that the Ravens should be running, right? I don't think that Justin Fields fits into whatever scheme the offensive coordinator for the Jets is trying to run. He's trying to run a scheme. I believe that the offensive coordinator for the Jets is trying to run a scheme that would probably suit Cooper Rush better than it suits Justin Fields.
The statue?
Exactly. It's probably made for you to get, play action. You have if the run game is going, play action, put the ball at a certain put the ball in the spot. Whereas Justin Fields is the type of player that you can use his legs to make the throws easier. The threat of him running should make for easy layup throws for the tight ends, for your number one wide receiver who you just paid. But it just seems like everything is like so. Y'all making Justin Fields look like Aaron Rodgers out there. Like, I'm just standing back here looking. Nobody's open. I get sacked. He too young and too mobile. He could give you 100 yards rushing a game.
Yeah.
Like, why do you guys have him dropping back 40, 45 times a game and just standing in the pocket and getting his ass kicked?
Working on that 7-step drop. We want instead of the 3, we want the 7.
Go
on.
No, go ahead.
So, interesting thing about this game, Breece Hall hadn't had a touchdown, this season. Breece Hall had 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, they put up 23 points in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like 2 weeks in a row we've seen something like an astronomical fourth quarter from a team to mount a comeback. Last week it was Denver Broncos. This week it's the New York Jets. It was a lot of weird things. And Scotty boy, I agree with you with some of the stuff that you say, man. There was some weird things about this game. The first 2-point conversion wasn't weird to me. It was like, okay, I understood you're making it a 7-point game.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second time you go for the second time they went for a 2-point conversion, they didn't have to. They were down 14. Instead of kicking the extra point, making it a 7-point game, they went for a 2-point conversion and made it a 6-point game. And I'm like, okay, you got to get a stop, right? You realize you have to get a stop and then you have to score to win the game. And I'd be damned if that didn't happen. So that was just a head scratcher though. Like,
it wasn't. Looking back on it, it wasn't that big of a head scratcher because if they didn't get the 2, then they knew that they needed to get 2 to tie the game on the next score, right?
What I'm saying though, but you're down 14. You scored 6. Why not just kick the point and make it 7?
Because it takes the pressure off of. So if you kick the point, now you're down 7. Now you score a touchdown, you scored a 6, and you're down 1. And it's late in the game. There's more pressure because if you don't get the 2, you lose the game. You get what I'm saying? Like
I
if
hear
you
you.
don't,
I'm just
no. If you don't get the 2 now,
yeah, but
game
I'm saying no. I'm saying though you don't have to go for 2 because you were down 7, and the second time you scored a touchdown, you just kicked the extra point. It's just 1 point. You still have you have the option to kick the extra point or go for 2 for the win, but I thought it
No.
was
That's what I'm saying. Like going for 2 the first time around kind of takes the pressure off of it because if you get it, great. We're down 6, and the next touchdown we score, if we kick the field goal, we're up 1. So there's no pressure on scoring that last touchdown. Even if you don't get it, now you're down 8. Okay, there's pressure, but we know we need to score 2 to tie the game. There's a huge difference in pressure of needing 2 to tie the game and needing 2 to win the game. Because if you need 2 to win the game and you don't get the 2 and you lose by 1, everybody's going to second guess it.
and Scotty Boy is responding to what you're saying. Said, Bong, come on. That makes no sense. Why risk not getting the 2 and put more pressure on the offense?
No, if we're going for 2 regardless, there's less pressure. If I'm down 14 and I go for 2, I get it. Now we're down 6. How did they won by 1 point, right?
They did, yes.
Because on the last score, what did they need to win the game?
All they needed was to kick a point.
All they needed was to kick the extra point.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying in the world of that, like I'm thinking, why not just kick and go for 1 and make it 7? I just didn't understand.
So hear me out now. If you kick the extra point the first time around, now it's less than 2 minutes left in the game, or 2 minutes left in the game. You're down by 7. You score a touchdown, and you make the decision to go for 2, and you don't get it this time. It's game over, and everybody's saying that's why the Jets are the Jets.
But I'm saying to you, Bong, I'm saying I just never would have went for 2. I would have just played for overtime. Like I'm down 7.
No need.
And then after that, we go down, we score again, we kick the extra point. It's tied up. That's all I was saying. And then engineer said he didn't see it. I didn't watch the game. When did they go for that 2 attempt that y'all are talking about? They went for they scored 2 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
So
that fourth quarter was
I'll go to the actual time so that I can let engineer know this. Excuse me. It was in the 4th quarter. Let me see. The score was 31-16, right? 31-16.
Yeah.
It was at the 14-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Breece Hall had a 5-yard touchdown. Justin Fields ran the 2-point conversion, making the score 31-24. So that was the first conversion. And then Chase Brown scored. So, Cincinnati scored. And then the score became 38-24. Well, so that was the 14-point lead right there. The Jets then scored again with 7 minutes and 52 seconds, making it 38-30. Instead of kicking the extra point and making it 38-31, the Jets elected to go for 2. And Justin Fields passed Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis, they said that the ball broke the plane, got the 2-point conversion. It became a 6-point game at 38-32. And then afterwards, the Jets went on to score again with 1 minute and 54 seconds, and they kicked the extra point. Nick Folk did, and it became 39-38, and they ended up winning the game. So yeah, that was the breakdown of it, engineer. I thought the first one, I didn't think that the first one was wild though. The first one at the 14-minute mark, I didn't think that was wild. I thought the second one was, but I'm listening to Bong explain it in the way that he's saying, and I'm saying, okay, I could see it from that standpoint. I don't think I wouldn't have did it that way, but okay, I could see it from that.
And I know there's Scotty Boy that it sounds like it was rigged, but I think from the beginning they had a game plan to take Jamar Chase out of the game because they saw what Flacco did with Jamar Chase against Pittsburgh the week before. And I think that they did a lot to limit Jamar Chase and the damage he did. That Jets defense is pretty good. Uh, I think due to the offense, it made it seem like the Jets defense wasn't playing well this year, but they had a pretty good defense even without Sauce Gardner, even with all the injuries that they have on the defensive side. So Joe Flacco, he got off to a hot start, but they eventually clamped down. And momentum is a motherfucker, man. Momentum is a motherfucker, and trust and believe. If there's no reason that the NFL is rigging a Week 8 game against the Jets, who are 0-7. Like, there's no.
Hey man, and Flacco still spammed the heck out of Jamar Chase, threw the ball
Yeah,
to him 19 times.
yeah. How many
He,
catches?
he caught it 12 times for 91 yards. So he was still spamming. Scotty boy, I get what you're saying, man. I know that they probably messed up your parlay. That sound like they got your parlay, brother. But I understand. But yeah, man, that was a good win for Aaron Glenn, man. Good win. Glad he got the dub, man. But man, anything else you want to say about this game, man?
Nah, I mean, ditto. 19 targets, 91 yards. That's not a lot. So, um, but good win for the Jets, definitely.
Man, what you think, man? Are these Indianapolis Colts for real?
They are. Man, that's a hellified offense and complementary defense. So they're definitely in that category for real. They only have one loss on the season, so
To the Rams.
I mean,
On some bonehead stuff. They should have
yeah,
won the game.
absolutely.
They should actually be undefeated. But my question to you is with the Colts now is who should get the MVP?
I mean, the offense runs through Taylor.
Because I know we've had that conversation. I know we've mentioned Daniel Jones. I know that this is the resurgence of his career. I was looking at a stat. What was I think last year he had 13 total touchdowns, 16 turnovers in New York, and at that point in the game, I think he had already had 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I don't know what he ended with, but he's already eclipsed his total from last year.
Yeah,
We're
man.
only in week 8.
There's hey, you know what, Brandon? You see what Brandon Hallam said? Man, for sure, Angels in the outfield, or as these owners who sign deals with the Devils start to pass on, the curse is lifted, man. So I don't know, but his daughter, Jim Irsay's daughter, seems pretty has her pulse on the or has her finger on the pulse of the team. Call it what you want, man. I mean, she's on the sideline. She's got a headset. She's involved. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we shall see. I like their brand of football. Number one, they're the number one offense in football. I think as far as points it was like average points,
Mhm.
I think points scored, so on and so forth. And they definitely cemented that, especially with Dallas falling flat on their face today. So, um, I just wish that Tyler Warren could have got a touchdown for tight end day, for National Tight End Day. No, 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 no. Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was a byproduct of the organization he was in. He's always been a byproduct of the organization. He was with the Giants. We see who the Giants are. And by the way, man, damn, it sucks for Cam Scatterbo and that dislocated ankle
Yeah, he
uh,
had surgery tonight.
that he suffered tonight. Yeah, Dak had the same injury.
Mm.
Snapped that ankle out of place. He immediately looked down. I was watching it on NFL Red Zone. It's so funny. NFL Red Zone is like, all right, we have the play. We're just gonna let you know right now. We haven't looked at it yet, but I think it's gruesome. So you may want to turn away if you have, but we haven't seen it yet.
Mm.
So NFL Red Zone, they replay the play and then they go live to the Giants game, and the Giants are saying, "We're not going to replay it; it's too gruesome."
Mm.
But damn, it was a crazy injury, man. And
And he had already scored a touchdown.
yeah, he was rolling. He was
He
rolling.
already scored, man.
He was rolling, man. The Great White Hope times two.
Yeah.
You kind of saw like it took the wind out of Jackson Dart's sails. They think they were probably looking at themselves as a young Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. But man, wishes prayers and best wishes to Cam Scatterbo. Hoping for a speedy recovery for him, man. He was a great personality, and he was
Hey, man, I mean, it sounds crazy, man. This ankle injury, he's gonna rehab. He's gonna get strong. I think that he's gonna recover and be able to be the same. But this is saved him a couple extra years of some head trauma. Pause, because this dude is the human battering ram. And so now he gets to rest other parts of his body as he recovers from that ankle.
absolutely. Um, and outside of mock drafts, yeah, man, my boy AR-15, Austin Reeves, man, he got loose today. I know we talking football right now. Lakers need to they doing him a disservice. They need to go ahead and trade that boy. Let him
Man,
go somewhere where he can flourish.
I ain't even commenting because I didn't even watch it. See, we was on football, man, so I forsaked my Lakers.
My
Didn't
bad.
even pay it, didn't even watch it. Was like, nope, I'm
Yeah,
focusing on football today.
yeah. Had a 51 ball. Had a 51, 10, and 9. And some scrub messed up his triple double, blew the layup in the last couple minutes. But anyway, yeah, Austin Reeves, man, got loose, and the Lakers need to do him a solid and let his ass go where he can go somewhere and flourish and run his own team. Because he seems to get off when LeBron and Luka ain't there, and then when he comes back, they put him back in a child lock.
Go on and stand in that corner. Wait for me to pass you the ball.
Yeah, man.
Don't
Yeah.
clap at me, dog.
Absolutely.
Don't clap at me, man. Look, man, just wait for me to pass you the ball. Matter of fact, come over
Absolutely.
here and set a pick for me.
Yeah. I need to get open. I need to get open.
Oh man, yeah. Didn't even watch it, but man, no, we were talking about the Colts, man, and talking about Daniel Jones. So you said that Daniel Jones is not the MVP. That you're going with Jonathan Taylor because the offense flows through Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, for sure. Hell, yeah. Daniel Jones he's a um game man. He's managing the game well, right? He's not messing up when defenses have to key in on Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
It makes those reads a lot easier for Daniel Jones, also known as Indiana Jones, as DP would call him.
Man, hell of a catch today by Michael Pittman Jr. Hell of a touchdown grab. That was nice. The one hand. I don't even think they called a PI on that. I just think, yeah, you just
It was because I don't think it was a PI. It was a good play by the DB, but Pittman just got his hand back in there and
yeah.
and snatched it away from him.
And engineer says they're giving Jonathan Taylor Offensive Player of the Year. The MVP seems to be reserved for quarterbacks.
There have been times where they've given it to other players, but you have to be out of this world.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Man. And speaking of quarterbacks, man, all shucks, a new quarterback sees the field. This was a game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New Orleans Saints. Uh, so Shuck Knight, not Suge Knight, Shuck Knight finally got his number called, man. They had enough of Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler just didn't seem to have any luck with that Tampa Bay defense. And so they gave old Shuck a chance to see what he could do. And it was unfortunate, man, because he went out there and he threw an interception to Antoine Winfield Jr., and it really wasn't his fault. It was Olave just kind of got the ball muscled away from him, and just, it was all bad.
Yeah. So, oh man, I don't know what they're doing down there in New Orleans, right?
Hey, man, they partying, man. It's Mardi Gras, man. Come on, man.
Nah, it's not till February. But but Spencer Rattler finally got his first win as an NFL quarterback, and that was it, right? That was it. That was all. So I just I don't know what to say about New Orleans. Again, I think with the play caller and Kellen Moore, the offensive weapons they have, they could have used a real quarterback. To think Shedeur Sanders was available to him a few times, and they passed on him for, Shuck. Is it officially the Shuck era? Right, like he's the guy now, right? They're moving forward with him because you don't bench Spencer Rattler and then go back to him. You
Yeah,
guys are already 1-7. Might as well see what the what you got in the rookie.
we got to see if we got to see if he's shucking and jiving.
Hey, was that their first round pick too? Yeah, they picked him in the back of.
They took him in the first round.
I believe so.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm almost certain. If it wasn't the first, it was the second. But I'm almost certain they picked him on the back end in the back end of the first round.
wasn't that that was the prank call team as well, right? Wasn't that the team?
Nah, that was Atlanta.
No. They were pretending to be New Orleans.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they were pretending to be New Orleans. Like, yeah, we're gonna take you. Yeah, okay, yeah. An engineer said second round.
Yeah. Okay, second round.
There were spots where he didn't look bad, but you kind of threw him in the fire, and the Tampa Bay defense was rolling.
It's a good defense in general.
They were rolling. Like
It's
they should have had a couple defensive touchdowns. Antoine Winfield Jr. was robbed of a touchdown with an inadvertent whistle on a fumble recovery. The other interception where he was grazed as he fell. Like, yeah, just that defense was rolling. But I didn't think that Shuck was bad. It was one of them things, man. You got thrown out there. The defense was already rolling. The game was already out of reach. And what's the name? Kamara hurt his knee, so you didn't have Kamara either.
So
So
we'll see. They're 1-7. There's no reason not to go to them at this point, right? So we'll get to see a lot more of Tyler Shuck. But let's wrap this thing up. I know the Saints are like, man, we ready to talk draft. So they want to get this thing wrapped up, and I'm ready to get it wrapped up for them too. But they'll always have what was that one game they won? Who'd they beat?
I have to go back and look, man.
It was some goofy shit too. It was some goofy shit. It was some goofy shit.
Now you got me going in here looking, man. The Saints, who did they beat, man? Huh?
It was some goofy shit.
I'm about to tell you. Give me
The Giants.
5 seconds. Oh,
They beat
yeah,
the Giants.
yeah, 26-14. Absolutely.
They beat the Giants, and I think, oh yeah, that was a game. Jackson Dart had a stinker.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah,
So,
it was god awful.
hey man, he was just looking out for Spencer Rattler, so he could finally get a win on the board as an NFL quarterback. So, shout out to him. But
Man, your Cowboys, dog. The Cowboys couldn't break the Broncos, man.
man, let me see. I've come to grips with what it was and what it wasn't.
I know it's bittersweet, man. You want me to start this, man?
No,
Okay.
hell no. Ain't nothing sweet about this shit. This shit is all bitter. But when I knew what time it was because I think Sean Payton and Brian Schottenheimer have a relationship, and then Sean Payton has ties to the Cowboys and so on and so forth. And I just think they got too cute from the beginning, right? Your defense starts off the game, gets you an interception.
Yeah.
You guys get the ball to the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And you run it. I think they ran it on first down to get it to the 1 yard line. Then they try and throw it on. Oh no, Dak tries to. I don't know. They didn't run the ball again, right? Like you guys instead of turning that into 7, you guys made it 3.
That you talking about that first drive, right?
First drive, right off the rip.
Yeah.
Right?
So, first down, first and goal, they ran the ball, got to the 3 yard line. Then second down was an incomplete pass.
Yep, should have ran it.
Then they had a false start penalty that pushed them back because they were on the 1. They were about to run with Javonte Williams. It was a false start. And then they went back to the 6, and then they passed again on that third down, and then they kicked the field goal.
And again, it was so that was kind of like, oh man, you guys know that your offense has to be perfect and it has to score touchdowns whenever they get in the red zone.
Yeah.
3 in the red zone will not work. And they had to settle for 3. Next drive, I think Denver gets the ball. We have them 3rd and 7. We get them off the field, but somebody's off sides, extends that play. That play turns into a touchdown, and it was all she wrote. I think
correct.
Their scoring drives went something like interception, touchdown, punt, field goal, touchdown. Like it was once, it immediately, the dam broke.
And that was, because at one point Dallas got it. It was 14-10. Then it went to, 20-14. And then, after Dallas punted down 20-10, then the Broncos came back and scored 27-10. Yeah. And that was, they ended the half and went into halftime down 27-10. Dallas did come back and score, making it 27-17.
and then bad coaching.
Yeah.
You have the ball at about the 41-yard line or 40-something yard line, fourth down. Your defense has not proven that they can stop the offense at all.
You got to go for it.
You have got to go.
You got to go for it. I'm sitting there looking like, why did you punt? Why? Yeah, you got to go for it.
I want somebody to have the trust in me that Brian Schottenheimer has in his defense, because they didn't earn that trust. They didn't earn it. And he still trusts them.
Look, man, I seen Lane Kiffin, and I know this is college football, but Lane Kiffin is at Ole Miss, and he's going for it on 4th and 1 inside his own 30. He's going for it. He doesn't care. So Dallas, you're 4th and 3. I think they were on the 46. You gotta go for it. Your defense hasn't stopped the offense. You ain't stopped them. So even if you don't get it, you still got to try to stop them, but give your offense a chance, man. You got to go for that and allow your defense a chance to rest.
Right. No, it's not, because they end up punting the ball and the defense just gives up a touchdown. Your defense is going to give up touchdowns. That's been established. Whether you go for it on the opponent's 30-yard line, midfield, your 30-yard line, just go for your defense will not stop any competent offense. So stop trusting them. I'd rather give it to my defense to try and stop the other team with maybe 30 or 40 yards to go, so at least they can die a quick death and give us the ball back and let us go out there and try and make plays.
And Bong, the play we're in the drive we're talking about, I want to make sure we're talking about the same drive. It was the 3rd and 6 that Turpin should have caught.
Yeah, it was a bad pass. It was a bad pass, but Dak was under pressure.
That was a catchable pass. Hit the man in the hands. It was low.
It was low.
Hit him in the hands though.
Yeah.
Look, you're paid to make the quarterback look perfect. That's your job as a receiver. If it hits your hands, you got to get that.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a 4th and 6 on the 44-yard line. They punted.
Yeah.
And then Denver got the ball, and it was a 12-play, 84-yard drive that took 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and it put them up 20. And at that point, it was over. Yeah.
Like what? But what made you think, you know what, this defense is going to come out here and make a play for us? There were so many open running lanes, wide receivers running up and down the field wide open.
Yeah.
What made you believe that this defense had a play to make in them? They had gave you their play. It was on the first drive of the game. The play that was going to be made was on the first drive of the game, and it was it. After that, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. They couldn't stop a parked car.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
And Alf asked, how many offensive linemen are Dallas missing at this point?
Right now they're missing just one or two. Two.
And you guys lost another DB today.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, it got carted off or hobbled off of something, but he's done so.
It's unfortunately, and again, I am at peace with the fact that when the Cowboys finally do lose, right, and when they lose and they look like this, that the blame is going to fall on Dak Prescott's shoulder. And unfortunately, you have to be perfect. There's no way around it. And you have to be aggressive. You can't play for field goals, and you can't play expecting your defense to pull you out of a jam. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
This was a game though he didn't help his case. Like he had he had the turnovers, the interceptions. That didn't help his case. In most of the games this season, he's been lights out.
Because his other interception, that was a relevant interception, came in that Chicago game. Dak Prescott throws interceptions when he's pressing.
Yeah.
When the team is down multiple scores and he feels the pressure to have to make a play, then he starts putting the ball in harm's way, right? Like the first interception. I don't know why he threw that pass to Jake Ferguson over the middle, because had he caught it, we didn't have any timeouts, and I don't know if we would have been able to, to get the kicker out there to go for a chip shot field goal. But again, I can walk you through a bunch of games this year. We have 8 weeks worth of data. I can walk you through a bunch of games this year where teams had quarterbacks that made bad plays and their team didn't give up 40 points in the process.
Yeah.
Like your defense, if you're going to ask your offense to be perfect every week, that's impossible. This is a great Denver defense in Mile High, right? I mean, but hey, man, all that trade talk and, we're going to go after a defensive player and all that other stuff, man, just let's kill all that. We can kill all that. That's passe now. But
who's the wide receiver one right now in Dallas?
CD, because of his relationship with Dak. But CD coming back, Dak is doing Pickens a disservice. Pickens had the hot hand today. He was rolling. They couldn't cover him.
Yeah.
And Dak, for some reason, his loyalty to CD, because he's been there, he just won't spam GP for whatever reason, bro.
Yeah.
They couldn't guard GP.
Yeah.
All your overthrows, all the bad passes were going to CD. Get GP involved, man. You're wasting, and you don't know if he's a rental. You don't know if it's a 1-year thing. Get that man involved, bro. Like, I know CD's a diva, and CD's gonna cry about it if you don't get the ball. But you're doing GP a disservice, man. I'll just say that. Let that man go out there and be great. He's having a great season, man. Let him have that. CD got paid. CD he gonna get his money, and he's still gonna get his touches. But when GP's having the type of game that he's having where they can't guard him, he's not afraid of the contact. CD's a diva when it comes to catching the ball. So when you hit CD in some traffic, them arms get short. GP is, he got some screws loose, so he gonna take the contact. He gonna
get him arms, man. Not the alligator arms, man.
Got the T-Rex joint. So, but yeah, man. Let's close the door on a Dallas season, man. It's just too many potent offenses coming down the stretch, and that defense, they're gonna have 40 put up on them. We're 8 games into the season. They've had 40 plus put up on them 3 times already.
Well, speaking of defense, man, Myles Garrett is doing a hell of a job on the defensive side, but unfortunately, he can't win. You get 5 sacks in one day, you would think your team either won or had a chance of winning. Dog, it was neither. They never stood a chance. They ended up losing 32-13.
Yeah. Yeah. And that Cleveland defense is great. I don't know what their loyalty to to what's the young boy
Dylan Gabriel.
to Dylan Gabriel is. 21 for 35, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And then, I think Quinshawn Judkins, he went out the game with I don't know if it was concussion, I believe. And once he went out the game, now your superior run game is gone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah, man. Dylan Gabriel, man. Hey, I don't know how much longer they're going to protect him, but Kevin Stefanski going to lose his job trying to protect Dylan Gabriel.
They're gonna give him another year.
He ain't gonna do nothing with it. What I'm saying is he's not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah.
Right. Because next year is if Deshaun Watson's still on the books,
you got to play him.
Exactly. Are you gonna roll out Deshaun Watson? This is your chance. This year was your chance to show that, hey man, we have some young talent. We don't need Deshaun Watson. You're not showing that. So if you're gonna look this bad with the rookie, we're paying Deshaun Watson. Let him look bad.
Yeah.
For 45 or 46 million guaranteed or whatever it is. Al sucks in my draft. Myles Garrett did take the bag. He can't complain, but what he can do is, as the highest paid player in the locker room, he can make his voice heard to ownership. So he may say, Kevin Stefanski, it's time for him to go. He may say, Dylan Gabriel isn't it. It's time for him to go. There's triggers and levers that Myles Garrett can pull with the power that he has in Cleveland. So let's see if he and he's not afraid to be vocal at the microphone either. So he'll say a few things, and we can all react to him after he does. Look forward to it. But yeah, I mean, it sucks for them. The Cleveland Browns are a bad offense, a great defense.
And he was visibly upset when he wasn't in the game late to continue to play.
Yeah, he wanted to stack his list. He wants to build his resume.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want the fact that I'm with a terrible team to affect how I look when they give me my gold jacket.
And as great as Myles Garrett was today with the 5 sacks, he's not leading the NFL in sacks alone. He's tied for first. So as great as he was today,
after a 5-sack game.
Yeah, after a 5-sack game, that only tied you with first. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But that's got to be frustrating. And I saw the press conference. In the press conference, they were talking about the 5 sacks, and he was like, man, I'd trade it all for a win.
He was not lying when he said he wanted to leave Cleveland. But when they backed up that Brinks truck, just enjoy your life, man. Come out here and play football, win, lose, or draw, and enjoy your off seasons.
It was the Brink. Did they walk the bags to him as well?
Oh yeah, they walked them to him.
Okay.
And he counted every dollar. He counted every single dollar. Man.
Yeah, I don't see the silver lining in Cleveland. I'm looking, man, I thought that Jerry Jeudy was really gonna do something, man. Jerry Judy's putting up donuts on a consistent.
But look who's throwing them the ball, though.
Right? That's what it. I mean, Joe Flacco was throwing him the ball, and he was dropping the ball, man.
And it's crazy that I think they're trying to protect Dylan Gabriel and do a lot of check downs, a lot of passes at the line of scrimmage, hoping that the receivers and the running backs can get yak yards. But
so either a little quarterback or a man with a little arm. The little arm man. Go ahead and toss that check down.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, hey, if he's the starter for the rest of the year, they're going to continue to look bad.
Does Shedeur get an opportunity?
At this point, I don't know. It's the Cleveland Browns. I really don't know. You know, it's a sad story in Cleveland, man, but they'll always have the championship LeBron brought them.
And engineers said, did Shador Sanders commit war crimes?
Against humanity. He must have. You know, and they're saying that Bailey Zappi, if needed to, could come in and back up what Dylan Gabriel's doing before Shador can get in.
I mean, at this point, do they want Shador to be the golden goose? Like, hey man, you're just the golden goose. You're gonna autograph these uniforms. We're gonna plaster you all over these billboards. We're gonna sell your uniforms, but you're never gonna play.
But
Is that what it is?
Eventually, that's going to lose his luster. He's got to get on the field and do something. They're afraid, man. They're afraid that he can get out there and do something. But
that's crazy.
We will see, man.
That's crazy.
Anywho, man, I think that's a wrap for the night. You dig?
Absolutely, man. Got the game tomorrow, man. Who you got?
That's KC, no brainer. You talking about Washington without Jaden Daniels?
Hey man, it's Super Mario, man.
Okay.
You got Super Mario?
You got Washington?
No. No, I didn't say that, man. I'm only instigating. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not crazy. Come on, man. No.
Grand opening, grand closing, man.
Absolutely. Does Kelsey score on tight end weekend?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Engineer, Commanders defense is not worse than the Cowboys and maybe the Bengals have the worst two defenses in the league.
And I'm sitting here thinking, like, because Miami's defense looked amazing today. Baltimore's defense looked functional today.
You got to think about it. A lot of defenses will look bad if your offense is bad because your offense isn't doing enough to support a decent defense. The Cowboys have one of the best offenses in the league and still have the worst defense. That means that functionally, you guys just are not good. So, and then, even if you think about Cincinnati has a functional offense, even though there's some quarterback questions.
And Engineer's excited, man, because his team won today. So
they look good. Shout
out to your Texans.
They look good. Stroud was throwing that ball around. I don't know if it was a situation where, because DeMeco Ryans worked with Robert Saleh in the past, he kind of knew where the bones were buried, right? So he was hitting Robert Saleh, where in all of his weak spots. So, he's like, man, I've seen this defense before, man. You taught me how to play defense. I just remixed your shit, so I know where all the bones is buried. But Texans definitely look good today. Yeah. One thing I'll say about the Texans, though, they pack a good defense. So we shall see, but we'll talk about it.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll be back on here tomorrow, y'all, after the KC Washington game, and we'll see who wins, man. My money's on KC. You said your money's on KC.
Absolutely.
And we about to get these balloons here, and we out.
Peace.